Welcome back to Billions Top Channel. This channel all talk about money. In this video we go over 10 entrepreneurs movies. This 10 movies will give you inspiration and motivation after you watch. No one ever said being an entrepreneur would be easy. A million obstacles seem to stand in the way each and every day. The naysayers and budget woes can be enough for the average person to start waving the white flag. But you are not an average person, you're an entrepreneur. That means that even when times are tough, you're still going to march forward. Yet when this whole entrepreneur thing becomes overwhelming, take a break and look for some much needed motivation. And what better way to find inspiration than watching movies? Whether it's a heartwarming adventure, irreverent comedy or thought-provoking documentary, a film can inspire and motivate a weary business owner. With that in mind, here are 10 movies that every entrepreneur needs to watch. Between documentaries and fictional films, there is a lot you can learn about the plight of entrepreneurs from the comfort of your couch. Whether you're just starting out on your business venture or have been at it for years, you can glean some powerful insights from these 10 provocative and wildly entertaining films. Number 10. The Aviator. The Aviator is a biopic of Howard Hughes, the eccentric billionaire who overcame all the odds to become a famous businessman and successful film director, while coping with his gradually worsening OCD. DiCaprio is brilliant in the movie and his performance earned him his second Oscar nomination. It's also one of the best biography movies of all time. Why watch it? Howard Hughes didn't just compete with rival companies with deep pockets and movie moguls with powerful connections, but fought his own internal battle with a debilitating mental illness like OCD. Despite so many obstacles, he remained passionate about aviation and built a powerful legacy. He is the perfect role model for fledgling entrepreneurs who have to overcome numerous obstacles in life to achieve great things. Number 9. The Pursuit of Happiness. The Pursuit of Happiness is a true story based on the life of entrepreneur Chris Gardner's nearly one-year struggle of being homeless with his son while going through a grueling 6-month unpaid internship as a stockbroker. Will Smith's portrayal of Gardner earned him an Oscar nomination. Why watch it? Chris Gardner overcame unbelievable circumstances to achieve his dreams. Circumstances that are not much different from what early-stage entrepreneurs face. Number 8. Steve Jobs. Not the one starring Ashton Kutcher, but the one with Michael Fassbender playing the iconic Apple co-founder. Directed by Danny Boyle and written by Aaron Sorkin, who also wrote The Social Network, Steve Jobs is a different sort of a biopic. It contains just 3 sequences, all depicting a pivotal point in Jobs' life. The movie includes brilliant performances by Fassbender and Kate Winslet. Why watch it? Though it was not as critically acclaimed as the studio hoped it would be, it's still the best Steve Jobs biopic there is. If you don't have the time to read Walter Isaacson's brilliant Steve Jobs biography, watch this movie. Number 7. The Wolf of Wall Street. The Wolf of Wall Street is based on the true story of Jordan Belfort. It follows his rise and fall as an entrepreneur, and shows how his firm Stratton Oakmont engaged in penny stock trading and securities scam, drawing the attention of the FBI. Brilliantly directed by Martin Scorsese with stellar performances from Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, Margot Robbie, and a spectacular cameo by Matthew McConaughey, right at the peak of his renaissance. Why watch it? Jordan Belfort is the perfect example of what an entrepreneur shouldn't be. He was driven by greed, having little to no empathy towards the people he was duping, and lived a life of extreme debauchery which eventually led to his downfall. Number 6. The Big Short. Based on Michael Lewis' book of the same title, The Big Short tells 3 separate but parallel stories of individuals who were able to predict and profit from the American financial crisis of 2007-08. Directed by Adam McKay, best known for the Anchorman franchise prior to this movie, the movie features Oscar-worthy performances from Christian Bale and Steve Carell. The film is also noted for employing unconventional techniques to explain complex and supposedly boring financial concepts like subprime mortgages and collateralized debt obligations, CDOs. Why watch it? If you ever wanted to learn the real reasons behind the financial crisis of 2007-08 and not be bored to death at the same time, then you need to watch The Big Short. While it serves as a cautionary tale for entrepreneurs, it also highlights the importance of risk-taking and conviction. Very few individuals would bet against the gigantic housing market at the time, but the characters in this movie, based on real people, do just that, despite facing mockery and ridicule from the entire financial community. Number 5, Glengary Glen Ross. A movie that stars Al Pacino, Kevin Spacey, Jack Lemmon, and Alec Baldwin, in a scene-stealing cameo, should serve as motivation alone to watch this movie. Glengary Glen Ross is based on an award-winning play which shows the plight of real estate salespeople during a tumultuous sales season. Why watch it? The movie shows how it's like to operate in a high-pressure sales environment and how you need to use your wits in order to survive and thrive. Since its release, the movie has been used to train real-life salesmen on how to sell and how not to sell. Number 4, Wall Street. This is the movie with the famous "Greed is Good" speech, delivered by the charismatic Gordon Gekko, played brilliantly by Michael Douglas, who won an Academy Award for his performance. Directed by Oliver Stone, Wall Street tells the story of ambition and greed, portrayed brilliantly by Charlie Sheen and Michael Douglas respectively. The main protagonist, Bud Fox, idolizes Gekko and gets carried away by his glamorous lifestyle, only to get entangled in the vicious web of insider trading. Why watch it? As young entrepreneurs, it's often easy to be lured by greed and make morally reprehensible decisions. Wall Street serves as a cautionary tale of how ambition can sometimes lead us down an unethical path. Number 3, Startup.com. If you want to learn more about the rise and fall of internet companies during the dot-com bubble, then Startup.com is the perfect movie. Startup.com is a documentary film that follows the story of GovWorks, a promising startup that failed spectacularly because of mismanagement and internal power struggles. Why watch it? Aside from showing you the boom and bust of the dot-com bubble era, the documentary also tells you a cautionary tale of how friendships can turn into bitter rivalries because of internal politics. Massively underrated, it's easily one of the best startup movies of all time. Number 2, Pirates of Silicon Valley. Based on the book Fire in the Valley, the making of the personal computer, Pirates of Silicon Valley explores the rivalry between Steve Jobs and Bill Gates between 1971 to 1997. This movie came out in 1999, just when Steve Jobs began flourishing in his second innings at Apple. The movie ends with Bill Gates gaining the upper hand in the rivalry, but we all know what transpired next. Why watch it? It offers a glimpse into the humble beginnings of two of the most iconic technology companies in the world and chronicles the rise of two men who totally transformed the world of technology. Number 1, The Social Network. Directed by David Fincher, The Social Network tells the story of how Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook while studying at Harvard and how he was later sued by two brothers who claimed he stole their idea, and his best friend who was ousted from the company. Why watch it? It offers you a glimpse into how Facebook began and reminds you that big companies often have small beginnings. Aside from that, you have Aaron Sorkin's brilliant script, David Fincher's perfect direction, and a great ensemble cast. Which movie is most inspired to you after you watched? Comment on below and don't forget subscribe, like and share to your friends.